Hi, I'm Tina Ann Middleton, author of the Forcefield series. I'd like to welcome you today to the writing journey, where we inspire and encourage each other as we learn the craft of writing. Today, I'll be talking about character development. We'll be right back. Writing a story or book is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to have to tell you, I am no expert in character and plot development. I thought it'd be fun to just talk to you about how I get the ideas for my characters, my plots, my character and plot development. For me, they're intertwined. I'll tell you what though, before I start, let me just encourage you in something. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to the channel, The Writing Journey. Make sure that you ring the bell so that you get notifications of future videos. Also, please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and my Amazon author page. So we'll take a look at how I develop this. The way I imagine my characters is really also the way I imagine my scenes. I come up with these scenarios, daydreams, I'm not sure what to call them. Some of them come from my own past experiences. For instance, when I was a child, I was the kid that's always easy to pick on. I say I was bullied. Kids just like to tease me. I was easy to tease because I would cry easily. Don't get any ideas. So, you know, you kind of have that wish, hey, I wish I had stood up. I wish I could have put them in their place. That kid that did, you know, punch me in the arm or whatever, wish I could have tied him in a knot. So my characters in my books here, especially these first two, they can kick tail. Seriously. They're both martial artists. And in fact, in one scene in Hidden Target, there's a scene where somebody tries to bully Rachel, and she handles it. That's all I'm going to tell you. But it's in the scene. It's in the book. Be sure you check that out. So, you know, I look at things like that, past experiences. I also pull from family, friends, even people I know at work. I use them, and I take a character and I develop them off of that. For instance, just for fun, and the third book that I'm working on now, I have taken several of my co-workers, tweaked their name just a little bit, and put them in small scenes throughout the book. One of them is the owner of a gun shop. The other one is the director of a nursing home. I got someone else that owns a bakery. Another one owns a nail salon. And it's fun to just take, you know, my own experiences. In Mistaken Target, I have a scene in there with two little girls and their dog Nikki. And they show all the tricks that Nikki can do. Those two little girls are based on my daughters. And the dog Nikki is based on the dog we had by the same name. Just pulling it from my own life. Sometimes I get it from things that stir around in my brain after movies, TV shows, books I've read. You know, I'm not copying it, so to speak, but I'm thinking like, what if the character was like this and they did this? Or what if what happened there actually turned out like this? You see what I mean? So it's taking something that happened and thinking of it with a different twist, and then doing it with my characters instead of the TV show characters. Now, my own imagination has provided a lot of it's very fertile, it's provided a lot of ideas. Sometimes I have an overactive imagination. I'm actually good at scaring myself. I guess it's too many scary movies and TV shows. I grew up with three brothers, and they liked watching the horror movies. So when my mom would drop us off at the movies, And I got 3 brothers. They want to watch that horror movie or that action movie, James Bond. And then me. I would rather go see that Disney feature. Guess what we went to see? I saw a lot of King Kong, Godzilla, James Bond. They liked listening to scary songs. So, yeah, I absorbed a lot of that. Things that I hear from the news. Oh my goodness, the news can be scary. You know, you read it in magazines, newspapers, you see it on TV. So it gives me all that stuff, sounds that I hear outside, that most of the time it might seem pretty harmless. But when you're laying there in bed trying to go to sleep, that sound doesn't sound so harmless. Thinking about that, when I was a little girl and I'd be laying in bed, I could hear my heartbeat, but I didn't know it was my heartbeat. It sounded to me like footsteps. And so this little girl, what was I, 5 or 6 years old, I think, I came up with a song. Now I'm not going to sing it because I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but the words were something like, hear the wind blow, hear the wind blow. Someone's coming down the street, someone I don't want to meet. Hear the wind blow. See what I mean? That overactive imagination. Whew. Yeah, I can scare myself. And I lay there and I try to turn it so that I can use it for a story, instead of laying there scaring myself to death so that I can't sleep. Most of the time I wind up not able to sleep. I got to get better at turning it to a story. So let's look at it. What about you? The writers out there who are watching these videos, what provides the material for your stories? Do you use your own past experiences, your family and friends and the people around you like I do? Do you imagine things or use fodder from TV shows and movies and books? I would really be interested to know where do you get your ideas for your stories? Now, those of you who are writing nonfiction, yours is probably more of a research kind of thing, maybe something that's near and dear to your heart, and so you research it and you write the nonfiction book. But those of you who write fiction, where do you get your ideas? I'd really be interested to know. So be sure that you comment below and share how you develop your characters and your plots and your subplots. You know, I imagine there are as many ways to develop our characters and stories as there are writers. I'm still new at this. I mean, I've written since I was a child, but I didn't really put it together and do anything with it. It's only been in the past couple years that I've been putting these stories together and publishing them. So I'm still really new at all of this. And I want to learn. I want to learn so I can keep writing and so I can make that writing better and better. How about you? You want to keep writing with me? Have a great day and have a great week.